Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux proper.
Crux, yeah. Back, dude. Back with my boys right here, dude. Ian Mack, Andrew
What's
Barton.
up?
What up, Crux?
We have to fucking ghetto share a mic right now because of the fucking I had this preamp so I can do 3+ mics now, but I didn't have time to do anything with it. So I fucking tried to I assumed I was gonna be able to just plug it in and know what the hell I was doing with this like multi-channel fucking preamp. So I'm gonna have to do some homework and figure it out so I can actually properly have 3 mics. So these guys are gonna be sharing a mic back and forth. Sorry, boys. Sorry about that.
I just better get I better get my name in the credits as Key Grip. That's all I ask.
Yeah, dude, because you guys are gonna be switching that thing back and forth. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury tonight, there's a bird on my front door, like over my front door, just a random live bird just chilling there.
Just
so weird.
You know, it's just ready to spread its wings and fly.
So weird, dude. So weird. Well,
I can set the preamp up for you for cheaper than Geek Squad if you want. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to call tomorrow and figure it out, but I'll figure it all out, man. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for listening again. If you're new to the podcast, leave me a 5-star rating on Spotify. Leave me a 5-star review and a rating on Apple Podcasts if that's where you listen. All the video is uploaded weekly to YouTube with multi-cameras and everything. If you just listen and that's all you want to do, that's fine. But if you want to watch and listen, everything is on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to YouTube. Check it out. Past several episodes have been on there, fully up and running with video and everything. And what I've been doing and starting to do to get it out of the way and get the information to the people the quickest way possible is we go ahead and we talk about where you can follow us and where you're going to be. So where are you guys going to be and, all that stuff so we can get out of the way and get into some dumbass conversation.
Well, we have on... Wait, so this is coming out tomorrow?
This is coming out tonight, basically,
tonight.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tonight at midnight, son.
Okay.
And then the video will be out in a day or two.
Nice. I am running a show in Ennis on St. Patty's Day at what's the name of the place? For Sprung. So Sprung Comedy Productions. I don't know. I'll figure that one out. It's the Game Room in Ennis, Texas. That's me, Zach Robbins, Miles Francis, and JP Hinsdale.
Just make sure to talk directly. There you go. There you
go.
go.
Did that get everything?
There you go. That's better.
And then at the end of the month, March 29th, it's a Tuesday at Smokestack 1948. We've got Hans Kim, and then a bunch of us. Ruth Banks, me, Zach Sprung, Andrew, this fucking guy over here. This fucking guy.
That's going to be what day?
March 29th.
Fort Worth, Texas,
Fort
boy.
Worth, Texas, yeah.
Andrew, you got anything that you want to do? Dates are coming up?
Yeah, man. So we have some stuff come up in April. We're looking at going up to Amarillo. And then May, we've got a couple dates out in Arkansas. So looking forward to it. And then Nick's mic there at Smokestack in Fort Worth on Tuesdays. It's a great mic.
Every Tuesday.
Come check it out. You can double, triple dip on several mics on Tuesday night. And so the Smokestack's cool, man. We're looking forward to that 29th, right?
Yeah.
Show? Yep. Hans Kim will be there. It'll be exciting. So, yeah, come hang out, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. So I'm going to be at, and I have been to that open mic. If you want to stop by and watch, if you're an audience member or if you are a comedian and you want to go to an open mic, you can go check that out. I was there last Tuesday. It's awesome. So me, Classified Comedy Show was March 19th of this month. He's moving it to a bigger venue, I guess, so that's going to get pushed back to a different date. I don't know if it's going to be April or May, but I'll keep everybody posted. That is, so no longer March 19th. If you already bought tickets, they're going to get refunded to you if you don't go buy tickets if you haven't, because it's not happening in March. I will obviously keep everybody posted when that gets rescheduled and what date it gets rescheduled for. I'm going to be at Dallas Comedy Club on Saturday, March 26th at, I thought it was 10, but I guess it's 9:30. So 9:30 show. Me and a lot of different comics it's going to be a great lineup. So go check that out. That's going to be a fun show. And there's some other dates that are way in the future that I will talk about later. But in terms of what's coming up March, I got Dallas Comedy Club on the 26th.
There's also I totally forgot about this. There's we're starting a new Monday mic at Mass starting on the 22nd.
Oh, cool! That's you're bringing it back.
Yeah, bringing it back.
Outlaw style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Outlaw Comedy Mondays. Well, those are my friends that own that bar, and they've been dark on Mondays, just like closed.
Ever since they stopped doing
just throughout, kind of throughout the whole pandemic, and especially now that the mic ended. Like, did it come back after quarantine? Like
so
after
I think I never went, but I think it did. I think I remember some people going there, and then it shut down a few months ago. Yeah. But I don't know. But yeah, dude, fucking cool. So yeah, we got those out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you can follow me on TikTok at Crux Crawford, Instagram at Crux Crawford, just how my name is spelled, because there's not a name like it. So I don't need to put one or fucking any of that other shit, or underscore or anything. And then, yeah, dude, but otherwise, what were we talking about just before? You guys brought some Liquid Deaths over. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is brought to you by Liquid Death.
Sponsored by Liquid Death. Unofficial
sponsor me,
sponsor.
motherfuckers. I'm helping you out for free.
Yeah, and if you won't do it, then I would also like to talk to you guys about Upwater. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's another one of those aluminum
waters.
Waters. Yeah.
One of them aluminum waters.
Boy. But it's it's in like a refillable metal container. I'd also like to be sponsored by those guys because they're like $2 or something, and then you have a refillable aluminum container and you can literally just pour water straight in it and throw it in the fridge, and then you got cold ass water in the morning. It's badass. So Liquid Death and Upwater, if you're listening, fucking sponsor this shit.
Folks, Liquid Death, murder your thirst.
All right, we'll make sure Andrew's done with that take. Are you done with that take, brother?
And cut.
If you're listening, he did a full-on fucking glamour pose into the camera after he said his line, dude.
Smolder.
I read from the
He almost slayed it. It was like audition, like, Andrew Barton?
The smolder.
Go. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's good,
Liquid Death.
By the way, we got some fucking... So, just to give you guys some background, if you haven't listened to the early episodes, or if you have been listening for a while to the podcast, like, you might remember this from when I first started it. Well, that was stupid. You might remember this from when I first started. You won't remember because the fucking episode got deleted by me, so you wouldn't remember shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, let me rephrase that. You would remember Ian from when I did an episode at his place. I did an episode at his place before I had the studio set up.
Yeah, and that was where Andrew went on after me. At my place.
We did your hour, and then we stopped, readjusted, reset, did Andrew's hour, and then I fucking deleted the audio.
He hated it so much. He's like,
dude, I can't believe that. Because what happened is I was on my computer, I was editing episodes, and I saw the audio, and usually what I do is I copy everything to a hard drive, and then I do it usually first. So I assumed, here's the audio. It's sitting here on my computer still. I must have already copied because I always do that. So let me just delete it like an idiot. I didn't check. I just deleted it. You know what I mean? And then, lo and behold, I didn't copy it in there. So, yeah, man.
Elaborate story.
Yeah. And then Andrew would not speak to me for months, dude. Months.
First time I've seen him, actually.
Only reason I came over is because he had Liquid Death. So.
That's it, dude. That's it. But yeah, good to have you back, man. I'm glad we actually going to have an episode recorded that I promise not to delete.
Cool, man. That's what you say this time.
And then also, first order of business right now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get to a very important issue, bro. Ian was furious with last week's episode with Sean Santos, bro. He texted me
Robert
in a rage,
or
bro.
whatever your name is.
He texted me in a rage. He was like, "How dare you
I'm coming for you, dude.
release this filth into the ether, into the fucking world?" No, man. So we talked about McFly's on the last episode, right? I was there.
It was a mic
Sean
that I was
not.
running.
Yes. Let's hear the story.
in Riverside, River Oaks, in the middle of West Fort Worth. Really a pain in the ass place to get to, but it's a pretty cool bar. It's McFly's, so it's it's a Back to the Future themed bar. But anyway, there was only like 2 people that would ever even come out. Anyway, this dude, here's what happened.
He was a real Biff Tannen.
The guy.
Yeah.
Were you there that night?
Yeah, it was.
I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew said, "What, the comedy's over?"
Well, JP had the best line, bro, because after the blow up happened and everything, and after everything got settled down in the bar, he was like, "Fucking, was my set really that bad?" Like, because he said like 2 words.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So what did I get wrong? Because you were like, "Hey, man, you didn't mention all this stuff, and we didn't talk."
Well, no. So the last time I was on this podcast, that was literally like 4 days before that shit happened.
It was. That's right.
And I was talking about like keeping your composure as a host.
Dude. Yeah, because to give everybody a background, because I went to an open mic that's at this bar with it. Hey man, it's a good room. Sometimes there's a good crowd there, and it's a great place to work out. It's an awesome atmosphere. At the time, and I've since made up and gotten cool with the person who runs it. But at the time,
so long ago already.
At that week though, I was pissed because like I got moved around in the list and I was fucking pissed about it. And we talked about it because that was fresh. That was like less than a week old. And you ran
like, take my advice on everything
easy,
hosting,
bro.
Just take it easy.
You need to fucking relax,
man.
bro. Don't take it personally, dude.
Yeah. And then immediately after, well, the dude, so this old guy that literally nobody knew there, that was his first time there. It was the old fat guy. I made fun of his fishing shirt. I said, "Hey, shut up, dickhead." After I'd already I already talked to the guys. They played one of the quietest games of pool I've ever fucking heard in my life, dude, while we were on stage, which it didn't really bother me. But when there's 6 people standing fucking 6 feet away from the stage, or 8 feet away from the stage, and they're like yelling at each other, it's hard for comics to really fucking do anything.
Yeah.
And this was this dude's first time there, and he was just like, and he said something. He looked directly at me. He was like, "Yeah, fucking rack him up, buddy." Like said it like real loud, and just looked at him and looked at me and did this little snarl thing, dude. And I was just like, "I'm gonna."
God, dude,
said,
he really did
shut
that
up.
shit?
Yeah, dude, like right in my face.
I mean, I believe you. I just didn't see it. That's so weird.
Because the stage was right here. I always sat right with my back to the stage in that little booth, that first booth.
Yeah.
And I was looking directly at him.
Just be sure to stay close.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm
and I was
trying to be
looking
annoying.
directly at
Just
him,
want to make sure it
and
sounds good.
yeah, dude, and he was just like, I don't know, he was a drunk, fat old guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I said, "Shut up, dickhead! Your stupid fishing shirt," or something like that. It wasn't even a good thing. It wasn't even a good joke. And I went and put my beer glass down back at the bar, and as I was coming back, he was like, "What about my fishing shirt?" He like ran around, and then that's when you and JP stepped in between us. That's like fucking 12 feet of distance right there, dude.
I knew Danny McGow when he stepped in that everything was going to be okay. All right?
Dude, say that. Make sure you get close there. I know it's annoying, but just try to get close because I want to make sure it's not too far away.
When Danny stepped in between everybody, I was like, all right, we're good.
Fucking Danny.
I stayed seated in the booth. And people
We
were like,
knew
why
it was
did you
gonna be
get
okay.
up? I'm like, man, I got warrants. I'm not trying to.
Dude, fucking Danny. Like, so just for everybody that knows,
Nothing was going to happen.
The reason why that was funny is because Danny is like a short, like fucking long, red-haired fucking stoner dude that ironically doesn't smoke weed, even though he looks like he smokes more weed than anybody.
Doesn't smoke weed, doesn't drink.
Somehow can diffuse tense situations.
Somehow, dude.
Well, anyway, so
But I will tell you though,
when those two dudes when those two dudes walked out behind me and they were like, "Hey, motherfucker, come back!"
Yeah.
I put as I was putting the PA in the car, they were both like right fucking behind me. And as I'm putting the PA in the car, I grabbed my Smith & Wesson. I almost brought the knife with me, dude. Pulled out that fucking blade. And I was like, what's up now? He's like, oh, this is how it's going to be? I was like, two of y'all coming at me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want me to do, bro? Fuck
yeah, dude. But I will tell you, you're when you fired off and went off, it was way more entertaining than your version of it, though. That was like, shut the fuck up, motherfuckers. Like, that was so good.
Maybe. I see red sometimes.
It was so good. I liked it. Yeah. I liked it. It was so good. It was good, man. I've done that too, man. I've been there. I am still not past doing that in the right circumstances.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do my set.
So, we're not doing comedy?
Upset about that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was the first fucking mic you'd been to in like 20 fucking months or something like that. So
21, but who's counting?
Yeah. God damn, dude. This one mic shit. I'm sorry, guys. This is so fucking... We'll get through it, but okay. God damn it, sorry folks. No, I really wanted to get this done today. I just didn't have time to do this preamp, but it's okay, man. We're not letting it stop us. Can't stop us, dude. But yeah, man, I'm glad that you came here so we could clarify that. But yeah, man, Sean, you said he was kind of like wondering how he was going to do. He did great, man. It was an awesome episode. No, it was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Sean, we're looking for you, man. We got the accounts of McFly's right. Come see me.
See you at Smokestack.
And you guys recently did that
6 months ago.
See you around. And you guys did that fucking theater in Lawton a little while ago. I heard that was awesome.
Vasquez was
you,
fun,
Jordan,
dude.
Sean,
yeah.
Even Zach Stanktoe Robbins, whatever he's calling himself these days.
On there, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Billy McFarland headline, man. It was really cool. It's like an old 50s era theater. I think it opened in like 48. So they show movies and stuff, and they'll do like they had Catfish Cooley there, man. I mean, if you guys heard of that guy, but yeah, it was a great show. We probably had about 115, 120 there.
Just try to stay close to the mic, man, because otherwise it's going to be far away. I know it's so annoying, dude. I'm sorry, but yeah, man. That's fucking cool, man. I'm glad that went well. I saw pictures from the outside, at least, when you guys took the pictures. But that's fucking cool, man. And then we talked about this on the episode that I deleted, but for everybody who doesn't know, your history, your dad, everything, like tell the folks at home, all that shit, man.
Yeah, dude. So my dad, I mean, he's been a comic for probably a little over 30 years now. And I grew up around it. A lot of people are like, hey, man, like, but it was awesome growing up with a comedian. I'm like, well, he didn't come home and tell jokes, So, but it was a lot of fun. I think as I got into comedy, kind of learning from my dad. I think we were all kind of comics growing up. So, but he started. My dad, Dan Merriman, started in Houston, Texas, with like Bill Hicks and Sam Kinison, those outlaw guys, Ron Schock, Jimmy Pineapple. Steven Epstein, man, all these guys, Texas Outlaws. And so, just hearing like all the Hicks stories and stuff is really cool. I remember when I first started comedy, I was asking my dad about like open mics and stuff. Like, hey man, tell me about, open mic night. He's like, amateur night. He's like, we didn't have that. We opened a club in Houston, like 78, 79. He was like, there was 150 people there every night of the week, like packed room. So he was like, old prospector, like Gold Rush, getting in on the Gold Rush of comedy, which is really cool. So,
isn't that fucking crazy, dude? Yeah. Like to think like, oh yeah, there was no fucking open mics. There was no fourth block. You know what I mean? It's fucking because that must have changed. He must have come in a little earlier in the game because like if you watch like the Bill Hicks documentary and stuff, they had open mic night when he started.
Yeah, Bill was. I mean, the stories that my dad was telling me, like Bill. They had to sneak Bill in to these places a lot of times because he was like teenager, 16, 17 years old, and sneak him in and to go do a set. And so, I mean, I'm sure they had like an amateur night, but I mean, I think he's illustrating like when they opened the club, it was like people are like, comedy club, what is this? Like first comedy club to open kind of deal. So Yeah, I don't think he had as much of a, it's shifted, right? I mean, now it's kind of, you use the mics to really craft. I think in that era, you had to be good quick, right? It seemed like, right? If you're, probably wasn't like, hey, go out, you can hit 6 mics this week, right? It's like, hey, maybe there's 2 clubs.
Yeah.
And people are there. They have something going on every night of the week.
Right, right. From what I understand too, like with just like documentaries I've seen, like things like different stories I hear and shit. Also, I think you probably got good quick because you got so much more stage time back then. But also, from what I've heard from comics, it started during that huge boom, like in the 80s. Like Brian Regan, for example, he's like, dude, I was bad, but I still got booked all the time because everybody needed comedians. They're like, dude, if you had a heartbeat and you could stand on stage without blowing up and like spontaneously combusting for 30 minutes, he's like, you could get booked because like that's how crazy it was. Which is why when the boom ended in the 90s, all the weak comedians got X'd out really quickly because when there was a fourth of the work, only like the most talented still got booked or whatever. Right. I guess.
Brian Regan was the first. That was my first live comedy show.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Where was that?
That was at. Was it Selena? No, Selena Auditorium in Corpus Christi. Is where I'm from.
Hell yeah, dude!
Originally, and that was. I mean, shit, dude. I don't even remember what year that was. That was like. That was when he was talking. Do you remember the joke about the fig Newtons?
Yeah.
And he's talking about eating fig Newtons by the sleeve with like the shavings flying out the side of it.
Yeah, dude.
That was that one, dude. The fig.
Hell yeah.
That was the fig Newton tour. I don't even remember what the fuck it was called, but that was the one joke.
Was that the one where they're like, well, how did these berries get in all the juices or whatever? How the cranberries get in all these juices? Was that? That was like a early 2000s special.
Yeah. Yeah, that probably.
Dude, my mom doesn't think he's funny, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It works clean, dude. All fucking clean. That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, I know. She's like, I don't think he's that entertaining. I'm like, you're insane. That guy is fucking great.
Yeah. I don't know. I just he's like that just all the time, dude. That's just who he is. He embellishes his stories a little bit and makes a couple goofy faces, but if you see him on like all the talk shows and stuff, he's really just like that.
Yeah,
great.
Dude. Yeah, it's weird.
It's not a persona. It's not a style. That's just who he is.
Yeah. He's great, dude. But yeah, that's had to be such a crazy time, dude. Like, obviously it's way before any of our times, but dude, the fucking 80s with the comedy boom, it's like everybody everywhere like wanted to go and see stand-up. Like stand-up's still popular, you know what I mean? Like people still like recognize it as something to do, obviously, you know what I mean? And clubs still make money, but back then it was like every fucking place in the country, didn't matter how small or large of a town, like everybody was opening up a stand-up comedy club. That's got to be so crazy. You know what I mean? Got to be a crazy thing. Crazy times.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's crazy. It's crazy to see kind of the evolution of it all too. Kind of where we are now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It is nuts, man.
Yeah, starting fights at fucking open mics, dude. Kicking the fucking doors in on places and burning those motherfuckers to the ground. That's what we do these days,
dude.
Man.
That's great, though. That's a great story. You know what I mean? That's a fucking great story.
You were right there, dude.
Fun times.
You were out there whenever I...
Yeah, because I kept trying to... I broke it up the first and the second time, telling those guys, like, hey, dude, guys, just chill out, man.
Relax.
Fucking relax,
follow me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Chill out, dude. The cops are going to come.
Yeah, I kept telling them, I'm like, guys, look, you're gonna get cops and they're gonna go to jail and shit, like, come on, man, and because I've been in enough of those situations, you know what I mean, to where it's like, bro, that's what's gonna happen, you know what I mean, so, I mean,
they said go back to your hometown. I was like, that's too far away.
That's funny, dude. Then you guys went up to Denton.
Yeah, I went up to Denton, and on my way there, well, you didn't go out to Denton, but I just kind of bolted out of the fucking parking lot, and I remember I had like a half a gram of mushrooms, I think. I ate that and then went and did the mic out there. Kind of calmed me down a little bit.
That's good. That's good. Mushrooms will come. I don't know how
I was expecting. I wanted it to be a microdose, but I took.
But it wasn't a
much.
microdose.
It was a macrodose.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't know. My hat's off to you, because after being in like a confrontational situation like that, where it was high tension and hostility and shit, I think that would totally fuck me up. I think I would have a bad trip. Well, me.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I guess I just have. I'm an advocate for mushrooms being legalized and used for mental health.
Yeah, for sure. I think in Colorado they're already talking about doing it, right?
Yeah.
Or is it? Oregon, everything is fucking legalized, which is insane, dude.
Yeah.
By the way, my last time I took mushrooms years and years ago, it was a bad trip because I'd smoked crack for my first time the night before. Oh, so I was like wandering around being like, I'm such a crackhead. I'm a filthy crackhead. I'm nothing but a dirty crackhead, you know? And like, it was just like fucking with me, you know? And then like I went back to my friend's house and I was like, guys, I'm just a crackhead. And they're like, no, you're not. Like, you smoked crack once last night. That's it. You're a teenager. You'll be fine. And then immediately when they said that, like, it was like, whoosh. Oh yeah, we'll be fine, won't it? Like, you know,
maybe next time take the macro dose before the fishing shirt confrontation rage.
Yeah, I think that's the key.
Yeah, dude.
I was also just like, oh man, I was just having a bad day, man. And the guy just fucking got under my skin. I don't.
It's the last time I invite my dad to the mine.
Sorry, Dan.
I like your fishing shirt.
What about my fishing shirt? It wasn't even a good like.
No way that dude's caught more than 5
you know?
Fish in that.
It wasn't
shirt.
even a good
no
insult,
He was
man.
just like wearing it to make you think that he is a fisherman.
I was hoping it would lead to me being able to say something like some kind of like, yeah, go back to the lake, or I don't know.
Go back to the
We're in
fucking.
River Oaks to the
That'd be
river.
great if you did do that.
Go back to the fucking.
Go back
lake.
to the fucking lake, bro.
He was halfway to Denton and he had like 3 comebacks for the guy. You know,
That's how it always is, right? You drive him home, 20 minutes later, you're like, and then you know,
You're stupid.
should have said that. You try to go back and try to recreate the situation naturally,
Bass Pro Shop right here off of 35.
just so you can fucking say something. You
Stick
fucking.
that fishing pole up your fucking ass.
Have you guys seen the fucking, you know,
Poor guy, man, just wanted to play pool at a dive bar on a fucking, what night was that?
that's so funny.
night.
Like, from their point of view, bro. Like, we were just trying to play pool and we were trying to cheer ourselves up on a Sunday night, having a rough time, and all of a sudden these comedians come in, plug in a mic, and tell us we got to listen to them, and that's what we're doing with our night.
Dressed as Marty McFly, and I'm not supposed to fuck with him.
Like, their version is like,
I was like, who's this guy with the, you know, who's this guy? He dressed up like a. This was early on in the night. Dressed up like a retired roadie from. I don't even fucking remember.
Guns N' Roses.
It was Guns N' Roses. No, I think it was what the
Poison.
Poison. It was one of those fucking Def Leppard.
Cinderella.
Def Leppard, I think, is what I said.
guys, the important.
He had like
April
snow
Wine,
goggles
April
on,
Wine.
dude. His name, and I was like, "Who's this guy, man?" I was like, "This guy looks like he's either still addicted to heroin or at some point was addicted to heroin." And the bartender goes, "His name's Savage."
Oh yeah, that's fucking right.
And I said, "Wow,
That's right. This
The only
fucking-
thing more
dude, this
savage
guy
than-
was. Oh my god.
the only thing more savage than that haircut is probably his heroin addiction."
Dude, that guy was like so fucking decrepit from what I remember.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was the one being like, I'll kick all your fucking asses, boy. And like, I was like, I don't know, bro. I think the wind will kick your ass if it blows too hard.
Is that why you got those goggles on?
Yeah, right.
Protect
He's
your
got
eyes.
the goggles. Like, what are you doing, dude?
How you think I got this name Savage?
Yeah.
Dude, savage. Savage, dude.
Only thing more savage than his haircut was his track marks.
Dude, well, who is the guy? Didn't someone get fucking offended there by someone's joke and like he wasn't allowed back ever again? Wasn't that so like
that was Jason Cave. Jason Cave had a joke.
that was the place, right? Where
That
the
was the
bartender
place.
got offended and
Yeah,
he wasn't
the
allowed back.
bartender got offended.
And that was the week before the
It
fight
was
thing,
the
right?
week before.
Tensions were already brooding.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
What was it, like an abortion joke or a rape joke or what was it?
It was an abortion joke. but also, it was a he said the word miscarriage. There was a miscarriage joke.
Oh.
And I guess that hit close to home for her or something. But she ended up getting a text from the owner, and it was like, hey, this, she said this. We don't support, hate speech and all that stuff. And I was just like, I don't know anything about hate speech, but
hate speech. Interesting, dude.
And it was the 1 week that I wasn't there. Somebody else was hosting for me. I forget who. I think maybe it was Jacob Marshall.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he was telling me about it.
Yeah, and so I got that text. So I got that text, and it was just. I said, I'm not going to censor anybody. I said, I know what joke you're talking about. And, sometimes it doesn't hit, but that's no reason to censor a comic. It's not, I don't think it wasn't directed at her.
And then she was like, well, Savage does not approve of it.
Savage had some choice words.
I'll tell you what.
Thank you, Savage, for bringing this to our attention.
I'll tell you what. The important thing about that night is I got to do my set. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what's really great about that one, dude.
We were almost at the end, too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was you.
Yeah, dude. I just wanted to let
Holly
you guys
was there.
know, there's like 3 or 4 of us left, but I want to let both of you know that I'm actually reviving McFly's open mic night. I'm taking it. I sharked it from this guy.
I fucking knew it.
My middle name is Shark, so I like to shark things. So, yeah, McFly's Sunday night. Check us out. McFly's.
Old Shark and Barton over here.
Bro, have you guys? You know what we watched this weekend? We watched Worst Roommate Ever on Netflix. Have you guys seen that shit yet? So it's fucking it's interesting, dude. It's like these obviously these nightmare roommates, right? That turn out to be killers or kill the other roommate or fucking kill other people or they just cause havoc and shit. And there's this one episode where the lady is the lady that's like the main chick that went through problems with the roommate.
Oh, are you showing this to us right now? Are we watching a clip?
I'm pulling it up because I want to see if I can find. I was gonna do it ahead of time, but I want to see if I can find the clips I'm talking about because me and my wife were watching it, dude. Mm-hmm. This lady, she's the victim in it, right? So she's the one who had the asshole, crazy, fucking murderous roommate, but she's fucking strange, dude. Like she's just fucking weird, and we were laughing at how fucking strange and quirky this chick is. So I was gonna fucking see if I could find the fucking clips of it. Let's see if I can. But yeah, dude, that's such a weird show. What about did you guys watch The Tinder Swindler? Have you seen that one? Mm-hmm. What did you think of that?
I just assumed that if you were on Tinder,
Tindler.
I assumed that if you were on Tinder, you're a swindler. I just kind of how I always did business. It was yeah, I mean the guy's good at like social manipulation, right? Like he convinced these women that he was in, he needed a favor, he needed help, and they were so, I think were they also probably a little seduced by his status in life or the money he had or whatever. But it seemed like he was turning around and he was maybe hustling another girl to pay for the girl that he was hanging out with at that time too. So it
was fucking trippy, dude. It was crazy.
It's still weird though. Like the dude now, he's getting money from somewhere though. Like if you see him, I'm more interested in like on that part. Like where's this guy? I guess he had a website, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. He's kind of doing the same shit to a degree. From what it seems,
I heard he was like selling. Some of these guys will sell like an ebook or like a pay for this, and I'll give you like a kind of like a workshop or whatever.
Yeah,
I heard that he was doing that. I don't think it was a Tinder swindler workshop, at least not yet.
Not yet, dude. Yeah, that was fucking crazy, dude. He fucking. It was all over the place. I gotta say though, because they tried to kind of play on that angle where they're like, when this came out, all the comments, and they show screenshots of all the social media comments, like, serves you right, you dumb bitches, you're greedy whores, like
But that was just your comment.
At the end of the day, well, because I think that's what everybody thinks. At the end of the day, though, look, I get it. Like, they're nice chicks. I'm sorry they got put in a lot of, that one chick got put in like 200 plus grand worth of debt. That sucks. Okay, she didn't deserve that. Seems like a nice girl, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, you obviously have revealed your own, to a degree. I don't care what you say. Like, it sucks. But yeah, you kind of played on your own greed, dude. Like, you're interested in this kind of mousy dude.
I mean, how deep are you going to go before you're like, wait a second, this smells fishy? You know, like, I mean, what's your dollar amount? Like, and then you keep getting loans on loans and second mortgage. It's like, I don't know, man. It just screams like, at which point is it shady, right? And you had, I mean, are you telling me that they didn't think at some point, like, there's not a red flag here, you know, like.
Yeah, it's and I just mean, I don't even mean like at the end when they started getting scammed. Like, sure, I could see how you get sucked. Like, I understand it's fucked up. Like, what do you expect? But at the same time, why are they interested in the guy? Because all they say when they're talking about that shit, they're like, "Oh, I saw the private jet and the clothes and the money and the watches." You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so what about that though? You're basically admitting that that's what attracted you to this guy initially.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, they were into the lifestyle, and then he takes you on a private jet on the first date. I mean, I don't even need a private jet. You take me out in a nice car, man, and I'll...
Bro, you fucking take me through the Whataburger drive-thru. I'll be fucking good, dude. Get me a number one.
Let me hop on some pegs on your bicycle, and we can, we'll run away
I'll fucking
together.
blow you real quick in the fucking parking lot, dude. We're good. Even exchange.
You need $20. Nah, man, to your point, I hear you, man. It was wild, but I still want to know where this guy's getting all his money from.
It's cool. I'm still scanning through this trying to find it. Yeah, that's the chick. I just want to get to the fucking best parts of what made this chick extra weird. I'll try to find her. Okay, let me see where this is. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It definitely revealed.
It makes you think he had to have had like tens or, several at a time to be able to like potentially finance some of the like really expensive shit he was doing.
Yeah, he had, well, they show the little sound bites of all the people in the US and other parts of Europe where he was.
So like I don't think you may agree with this. I don't think that the special did enough, and maybe they couldn't, but like they didn't really jump into like the actual statistics of like how many people did he hustle and how many different avenues. I mean,
it seems like it was hundreds.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
Not thousands.
So it's like, holy shit, this guy, he's like his own Ponzi scheme. Really, he's a grifter, man. I like a good grift story.
It's fucking crazy, bro. I want to find the best fucking part with the line this fucking chick said, dude. But yeah, she was a victim. This girl in this Worst Roommate Ever episode, like, she was definitely a victim, but she is nuts, dude. I just played that one frame real quick, and while you were talking, Ian was like, "What the fuck?" She's just weird, bro. She's so weird. It fucking we were laughing like about just how quirky she was, dude. All right, so there's this chick talking. This guy was crazy too. If anybody hasn't seen this episode of Worst Roommate Ever, this guy literally preyed on people because he knew all the tenant laws. So he would come in and get a room, like rent a room and be your roommate, and then he would stop paying rent, and you couldn't get rid of him for like months, and he would just fucking be in there because you couldn't get rid of him. Yeah,
classic.
He would squat, dude, and he would fucking take your shit.
Have you guys all stayed at both of you stayed at an Airbnb before?
Yeah.
Like, you ever stayed a nice one, and you're like, man, how long could I squat here? Like, realistically, before some shit, before they try to, like, at first they'd be nice about it, but then how long could you squat there?
Seriously, dude, no, for real.
Shit that I think. Some of those Airbnbs are nice, man.
For real. Oh, yes. Okay, here we're close, dude. We're close. Okay, so this guy, he would prey on people, and this one chick's, like, getting back at this dude. And she decides to, like, party and have a bunch of people over because he didn't like loud noise and smoking and stuff, so they're smoking cigarettes. Cause she's trying to get rid of him.
There was no way he was going to leave except on his own terms. He was a serial squatter who terrorized roommates moving out the East Coast.
That's the
He was living in my house. I didn't know what to do, so I thought
This chick makes faces that will make you think it's like an SNL sketch, bro.
That are going to make him uncomfortable. To make my home a place that he did not want to be anymore. I knew of some of Jameson's dislikes.
Is she a scuba diver?
Smoking, drinking, rap music.
What?
She looks like she has like a little
Took those
loss of oxygen to the brain.
Here we go. Yeah, dude, right? No, you're right.
She's got the bends of the brain.
whiskey served to send farewell to Jameson.
Ooh, she's going to have Jameson whiskey because the guy's name was Jameson. Throw it in his face. Oh, fuck. I talked over the fucking... Oh, yes.
I'm a Wu-Tang
He did.
girl.
Yeah, dude, here we go. This is the...
Included smoking, drinking, rap music, loud noise. So I took those dislikes and came up with an idea to have a party. I was going to have Jameson whiskey served to send farewell to Jameson. Bring on the ruckus.
She just got cool in my book, man.
Nah, dude, you don't understand. You can see all the other quirks and things she does. Dude, fucking... I'm a Wu-Tang girl, baby. Fucking so weird.
Does Wu-Tang do It's the Sound of the Police? Is that what
No, that's
Wu-Tang?
KRS-One.
Oh,
That's
okay.
KRS-One.
Okay.
Let's see some other...
Alex invited probably 20 or 30 friends. I was there.
Her mom was there. She was wearing that fucking black turtleneck, too.
Cool party.
Yeah. He's like, I was there.
Online tutoring business. And it was in the
Let me try to find... Andrew, I'm going to show you the facial expressions this chick made that Ian saw. And that'll change your mind about how cool she is. She's fucking weird.
what was going on.
Yeah, if you were in a tragic scuba diving accident,
Apartment was littered with the quotes from his website and the article from the city paper. Time's up, squatter. Your name, James
Nick got one of those earlier. Time's up, squatter.
to take over my space.
She's so weird, bro.
Space.
She's so weird.
Joker smile? Which is the one I said, don't you want to join the party? He said, no. He went back into his room. He came back out with his dog and walked out.
Story over.
Story over.
His friend took
Where is this?
Oh, there's
where
more.
this chick?
Oh, this is only the beginning.
Yeah, there's a fucking bunch of shit. If I can't find it, we'll move on. I don't want to fucking have a bunch of dead air, but...
turned up the music. I cranked it louder.
We're not gonna
Take it! No!
Until it's over.
On top.
Okay.
It's over.
I'm not gonna fucking sit here and put everybody through this, but dude,
No.
you have to. I really wanted to fucking edit like a bunch of her shit together, but dude, worst streaming ever. The fucking last 2 episodes, it's 2 parts about the same guy. This chick is throughout both of them. She is so weird and quirky, bro. The faces. I get it. She was a victim. I feel horrible for that. She didn't do anything wrong. She had this roommate who was fucked up, but she's fucking weird, bro. Like her expressions are so weird. I'm a Wu-Tang girl, baby.
Yeah. I mean, as a serial squatter myself, I would have been turned off.
She's the last chick
yeah,
that I would
that's
really
the last
enjoy
person
stealing
I
rent
would
from.
want. Yeah.
Living rent free with. Yeah, I don't know. But that guy obviously had to be insane because I could not do that, bro. I could not fucking just live somewhere where someone is obviously pissed that I'm in their home and not paying rent and just live there every day. That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah. I've had a couple of friends that were like the guy on the couch, you know, from like Half Baked. Like nobody knows who knows this dude.
Yeah.
But he's been like he's just there all the time.
That was
it just
Stephen
becomes
Wright, too.
Yeah. Stephen Wright, but
Guys,
yeah.
one thing at a time.
Yeah. That's not important right now, Thorogood.
Hey, what month? Is it what month it is? It?
Yeah.
Or does he say what day is it? What month is it?
Hey, yeah, he goes, "What day is it?" It's Saturday. What month? No, he goes, January? No, it's August.
That's great,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
So I take it that you're cool with me staying here.
Yeah, dude.
After the podcast. Okay,
yeah, dude.
Cool.
As long as you're willing to accept our way of life.
Apparently watching reruns of Worst Roommate Ever is on the list. So
yeah, dude. It is. It's a fucking weird show, dude. I love shows like that. I don't know. I love scamming shows. I love shows of misery and despair.
Oh. Okay, so I got a text today. It said, how are you? Okay. From a random ass number.
Okay.
And I said, who is this? And then the next text that I got said, and I blocked him immediately because it was a definite scam. It was like, I left my number at the gala dinner the other night. Do you remember me? I was just like, do I look like? I was like, if only
what
you
kind of
could
lifestyle
see me
you
right
think
now.
I'm-
If only you can see me right now. I'm wearing a fucking mustard-stained wife beater and some fucking sweatpants, holding a baby with another one jumping on my back. I was like, at no point have I ever been to a gala.
Yeah, a gala.
Gala.
That's fucking great, dude. At the gala.
I know the gala apples that I slice up for my son every day.
Is that your favorite apple choice? No Granny Smiths, bro?
No, it's
no Golden Delicious?
I like the Honeycrisp, man. That's
Honeycrisps are fucking good, dude.
Honeycrisp are good.
Honeycrisps are good.
And incidentally, the Pink Ladies are pretty closely related to.
Andrew's making a face right now like this is the decision I made with my night.
Yep.
Fucking listening to these assholes talk about apples. Great conversation. No, yeah, I love.
Yeah,
those
how do you
too.
like them apples?
Have you seen the new Louis special?
Yeah.
Isn't that so fucking good?
Yeah.
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
No. Well, you're supposed to say yes. God damn. Would you like bananas? Like, so good, so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting, man.
It's like the whole writing process revolves around apples.
Yeah, like, do you realize how fucking unrealistic that is that you go, do you like apples? They have to say yes. Or they're like, no. Well, fuck. Well, goddamn, dude. So good. Have you seen that?
yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I don't need a reenactment, dude.
No,
I've seen it.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but like I'll go through like spurts of watching comedy, right? And then sometimes, when you're out doing it and writing and doing mics and stuff and performing, I don't know. I go through waves of like being where I just consume comedy and then write and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys feel that way, but like he'll listen to a lot of it. Like Nick will listen to a lot of it in his car, which is cool. Like on Sirius or whatever, and so I started doing that a little bit more. But I'll go through waves where, I'll watch bits and pieces or whatnot. But because I don't, yeah.
And shout out to Netflix is a Joke Radio on Sirius XM. I listen to that shit all the time. So yeah, you should get this guy as a sponsor. You should sponsor this podcast as well. No, but I like on those on those types of channels where it's just clips, like that one. Netflix is a Joke is just clips from every single special that's on there or whatever. They got older ones, they got newer ones.
Yeah, I never really got
whatever.
into the clips.
Yeah, but it's like it breaks it up into chunks, so you're not having to listen to a whole album or a whole special or have to watch a whole special. It breaks up into chunks. And not only that, but it kind of like helps me kind of gets my circadian rhythm down into like writing it as formulaic, you know what I mean, where it's like it's easily digestible chunks of
and I don't
material.
really even watch a lot of specials, to be honest. Like, I'm with what you're saying, Andrew. It's just Louis the fucking man. Like, he's my number one, so I had to watch his special.
Man. No, I mean Louis is hilarious.
Like, if Bill Burr comes out with a new special, I have to watch it. Dave Chappelle comes out with a new special, I have to watch it. Louis C.K. comes out with a new special, I have to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely.
My mom's blowing another dude in my car, I have to watch it. You know what I mean? Have to watch it.
Shit, that's what you got these cameras for.
That's why I got all the fucking cameras for it. You think this is for the podcast? Nah, dude. This is for the fucking all that shit.
I never took you for a voyeur, but okay.
How do you think we paid for all of this?
Yeah, dude, this shit's not free, dude.
This podcast is brought to you by random guys at truck stops. Thank you.
But yeah, man.
Lot Lizard Productions.
Yeah, man. Those fucking... that's so weird, though, dude. I cannot imagine that. I have to say, dude, going back to the worst roommate thing. Like, I could not imagine just fucking go... I could not live at a place where I was causing all this tension, hostility, and everybody hates me. I mean, that's already my family at the house I live at now. I couldn't imagine stiffing somebody on rent on top of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could be saving all kinds of money, dude. Think about it.
Like dude,
that squatter, man, he probably had a nice little Roth IRA.
Yeah, like that isn't my wife you guys met about an hour ago. That's a lady I hired to pretend to be happy and hang out here while you guys were here.
Well, dude, on my way here, right before Andrew got in the car, I was stopping to take a shit for the first time all day. And as soon as I did, dude, I put on a podcast. I didn't even get past the, hey, how's everybody doing? Before something, I don't know, I guess the baby started puking all over the bed. I don't know, man. It was just like, it was one of those things where I was like, I got to get the fuck out of the house, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're doing this podcast. I texted him like, 2 hours before we were going to come out here. I was like, I'm so fucking glad to be getting out of the house, dude.
Yeah.
I need a break.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
And like he lives like literally a mile and a half from me. And so the only time he ever comes over now, is when he needs to take a shit. So
that's it.
Cool.
That's it. No, I get it, dude. Fucking the 2-kid life is hectic, man. Hectic. And I'm just like a little bit off from where you are because my older one is 18 months old now as of today. And the fucking other one is 2 months old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coming up on 3 months old. So it's like I got this. And the problem is they have such different needs. You know what I mean? Like the newborn is like they need to be held. They need to be fed every 2 hours. They fucking go in and out of sleep. And then the other one is mobile and running around. Like, so there's pros and cons on both sides. Like the older one is better because he's more independent. He doesn't need everything every 2 hours and he sleeps and it's fine. Yeah. Then the other one can't run around and get into all your shit, but they need things constantly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like the worst. It's going to be better for you and me when they both developmentally get on the same page.
Yeah.
Like when they both can walk around and they both can eat normal meals and shit.
So
that'll be a lot more manageable.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, in my, he's 6 months old today. I have a 6-month-old and he's at the point where he's like exploring his like vocal range and stuff, and he's just really pissed off that he still can't do much. You know what I mean? Like he knows what needs to be done. He's been watching us do it. He's just like, like sit up, like just look around, then fucking face. Like, but I don't know. So I gotta kind of, but he's pissed. He's always just pissed off all the time because he's whatever. So I just started having like a bunch of little like fucking different textured toys. Just fucking overstimulate the shit out of him, and then he'll nap like a beast, dude. And the other one's 4, so he's already like, I'm giving him missions all day, dude. I'm like, hey man, go get me a bottle, go fill it up, with this much water or whatever, going those little like, buttons and stuff. So he's helping, you know what I mean? He's proud to be, helping us out or whatever. So
yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. When you can give them chores, dude, that's where it's at, bro.
That's for sure.
Yeah. When they understand what chores are. I told him, look, man, if you do all your chores for 2 weeks, we're going to the zoo. Bada bang.
Done.
That's it.
Dude,
except you never go to the zoo.
Are you guys still putting something on? Do you guys still host something or put something on Wednesdays or no? Not right now, right?
No, no.
Working on it. Okay. So, as you guys know, for a long time now, I've been going to, as you guys know, I shouldn't put it like that. For a long time now, I've been going to Dallas Comedy Club open mic on Wednesdays, right? Mm-hmm. And dude, ever since the new year, like it's usually, before that it was hit or miss, like when they opened it back up and renamed it like Dallas Comedy Club. But like this new year, man, ever since the new year hit, 2022, dude, damn near, not always obviously, but damn near every week, dude, that shit is packed like a fucking show. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like last week they opened up the big room, like the main room for it, and there was probably like at least 60, 70 people there. Whoa. Yeah, it was insane, dude. I took a picture. You guys know Thomas Craig? Mm-hmm. So I took a picture because Thomas was there the week before, and it was in the small room, and there were maybe like 10 people there or so, like 12, which my point is that's a light night. 10 or 12 people is a light night. And for an open mic, that being a light night is good, right? So he was there that week, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how is this so small? And he's like, because I'm here. It's bad luck. So then last week when there's tons of people there, I fucking sent him a picture. I took a picture of the crowd. I was like, hey, dude, yeah, you're right. Like, this is what happens when you're not here. He's like, of course, dude. It makes total sense, you know? Like, just fucking around. But, dude, the only problem is it is in Deep Ellum, right? It is in Dallas, right? So it is a little woke-ish, right? It's a little hipsterish, a little bit. Crowds are still good, though. They're there listening. Like, it's cool. It's just, sometimes some weeks the crowds are more touchy than others, right? Last Wednesday was one of those weeks where they're super touchy, right? So anything, like I had a good set, but anytime I would get to any of my material that's a little bit where you hint at like violence or murder, you just insinuate it a little, they didn't like it. Let alone race or sex, or fucking like women or so.
Who gets
Garvey
pissed off at murder,
bro, like fucking, they were like anytime. Ooh, so I acknowledged it.
You didn't do it.
Yeah,
right?
I acknowledged it. Like they would lighten up when you'd make fun of them for being so uptight about it, but like they were uptight about it still.
You got to kind of fucking hold their hands and walk them through it,
dude. Yeah, so like Garvey Marcus, right? He was like, he made, it's funny because typical woke shit, right? He made fun of this bald white dude in the front for implying that he was racist, right? They all laughed at that. Right, because it's a white guy being racist, so that's funny. Make fun of this guy for being racist because he's a white guy, and then fucking he goes fucking, yeah. So I hate Mexicans, and then the crowd just fucking hated him, bro. They're like, no, and I'm thinking, bro, Garvey Marcus is a black dude. He can get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they weren't letting him get away with it, bro. And then so he goes, is anybody here? Dude, this made only comics laugh, and you guys will see why in a second, including me. I was howling at this, dude. He goes, so a little bit further into his set, he's trying to get him back, and he's like, so is anybody here on dates tonight? No one says anything, right? So he just goes, faggots. And they didn't laugh at all, but all the comics are sitting on the side just fucking dying, bro. Oh my god, because he wasn't saying it. He was like calling. He was just saying it to make fun of him, dude, because they weren't saying.
They didn't give him anything.
Yeah, dude. That shit was so good, dude.
So they were tight on. You had to just do like fart jokes the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, so anything self-deprecating, anything making fun of yourself, anything like super clean, like backdoor clean. Yeah. They liked, you know what I mean? So I just like went back to like when it was my turn, like I went back to that shit because I could tell that they weren't, anytime I did something where it's like dark, they were like, ooh, it's not good.
How did drug humor do?
So me, I don't do tons of drug humor.
But there are.
I'm trying to. No, that's a good point. There were other people. I don't think so. So from the comics I watched, I didn't see a lot of drug humor. I think they would have been fine with that though.
Yeah,
it's just like anytime
because everybody does drugs.
Yeah, yeah. But anytime you talk about women or like you'd make fun of shit or be sexist or like do race shit, they did not like it at all.
Yeah, I mean everyone does do drugs. That's why I also wanted to say this podcast is brought to you by Zoloft, keeping you happy. They still make Zoloft? 73. Huh?
Do they still make Zoloft?
No, maybe, I don't know.
All of his prescriptions are expired.
You're like, I don't know if they still make it. I still snort it though, so fucking.
Thank you, Zoloft.
Ding. Shit. Yeah, dude.
How does it work, man, on the Wednesday nights? Like you sign up a week ahead, or
you go to the website, you sign up a week before and all that bullshit, and then if you on their Facebook page, they'll on Tuesdays they'll post the list. Yeah, that shit.
Who runs it?
Most of the time, Sarah Tullis hosts it and runs it, and then sometimes Xavier will fill in. Sometimes this guy Connor, who's one of the employees there, fill in. and then sometimes random people will fill in if she has a show or something. But she's the main host. More often than not, she hosts, and she's really
Badass,
cool.
dude.
And
Yeah.
she does a really good job with it. She's also very cool about trying to squeeze people in on standby, like people who didn't make the list, dude. She tries her hardest to try to squeeze everybody in. She's
we've been on
really
a couple shows together. I like Sarah a lot.
She's really cool, and she really tries her hardest to get everybody on there, dude. It's really nice.
That's what you need.
Of her.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's really cool. It's a great room. I love that place, dude. I mean, I wasn't around for the original DCH shit, but I mean, this new version of it, I like. It's a great vibe, and it's fucking cool, man. I like it.
I was around DCH when there was a lot of like improv because that was.
That's still.
Is it still very much?
It's still present.
Cool.
Still a thing. Yeah,
Cool. I haven't
still
been
a
out
thing.
there since. I mean, shit, man. I haven't been out there since it's been Dallas Comedy Club. I've been meaning to come out, so maybe we'll just make that until we get something on Wednesdays. We'll just make that our Wednesday spot. Go.
Yeah, man. It's
cruise out
definitely a
there.
great option. Like, it's fucking. I like it. It's fucking cool.
What time is it?
7:30. Starts at 7:30. Usually runs 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only time they have trouble getting people on standby is if there's a show right after and they're really cut on time,
No.
But yeah, it's a cool spot. They have one on Sunday too. Sunday one's real hit or miss though, dude. It's real spotty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's great that they have 2 a week.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, man. There's not really any other comedy club that does that.
Yeah.
But
Sundays
Yeah.
and Wednesdays like church, baby.
it's like church, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Catholics. Catholics.
That's a Texas Catholic.
Catholics. What the fuck happened to Houston, bro? What happened? It used to be this fucking amazing place for comedy and this huge gold mine of people. And what's up?
Is this against?
Oh, you can vape. Vape? Yeah, you can vape.
Did,
it's an amazing place, dude. And
go
I
down
went
there recently?
I went there in October, right? And I went and checked out Secret Group. I went and talked to a few comedians down there. A few comedians. There was one night shortly around that time where they were on a little tour and they came through Dallas Hyenas. There was like 3 or 4 Houston comics, and I was talking to one of them outside. Cool guy. Who
was it?
It was
Was it Reed?
No, Benjamin Daniel.
Okay.
You know that guy?
I've heard the name.
Okay, yeah. So that guy, cool guy. We were talking outside, exchange information, exchange socials. But he was fucking not social security numbers, fucking social media. So he fucking
Really like him.
yeah, we exchanged socials, list of fears, different sexual fetishes. So we fucking were talking. I was like, dude, what's up with Houston? Straight up, dude, is it like good or not? Like coming from a guy who's a Houston comic, he's like, dude, it's not. He's like, then a bunch of Houston comics. I was on the fucking Eddie show in January. This one, he had a Houston comic come up to perform at Dallas Comedy Club. And the guy, I forget that guy's name, cool guy, but he was like, dude, Houston sucks, dude. He's like, I'm moving up here. Like, the scene in Dallas is way better than Houston, bro. Like, there's so many more clubs. He's like, dude, there's like one club. There's the Improv in Houston. They barely support local people. And it's so crazy, right? My point is, compared to what it used to be like the biggest spot in Texas, right? And then now it's like non-existent.
It's I mean, that is interesting. I mean, when you consider just the size of that city. But I didn't know that. I was actually wondering that the other day. I was curious.
And by the way, Houston people, we're talking about the comedy scene, not your city. So don't get fucking sensitive. Don't fucking write me hate mail. We're just talking about this. We're just Houston.
It was one
I like
of yours
the city
that said it.
Yeah. I liked the city. I've heard
Now he's one of ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard the comedy scene is lackluster, but the city I liked. The city I had a
Houston,
good time.
fuck you too. No,
You like Houston? Dude, there was a guy. Funny thing, down the street from the Secret Group, there was a guy who was outside this restaurant I was walking by. I was kind of figuring out what I wanted to eat. He's like, hey, what's going on, man? You hungry? You look like you're looking for a place to eat. I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And I'm like, are you like the owner or something? He's like, yeah, I am. Come on in, man. He like barked me. He barked me into his restaurant, bro. Restaurant barker.
we need your.
It was good food. It was like an Indian Cajun fusion place. So it's kind of interesting. It was unique. I liked it. And the crazy thing was, it was Saturday night, dude, when I was over there. It was bustling. Like, it was busy in the restaurant. It's not like he was hard up for business, but he was a hustler, bro. He's still trying to bring people in. And he was checking on me the whole time. Like, how's that appetizer? How's that main course, man? How's that chicken? You know?
You lonely tonight?
Yeah. Do a couple lines, go in the bathroom, meet me in 10 minutes. What's going on, man? You fuck with Craigslist ever?
Got a pretty face on you there, young man.
Fucking
Sure are
shit.
tall.
You mess with Grindr at all? What? Nothing.
Nothing. Let me go grab that soup.
Let me go get that fucking.
Right back with your ciabatta.
Yeah, dude. No, that was cool. Sorry, I cut you off, man. What were you saying?
Oh no, dude! Congratulations on the guy you're dating that owns an Indian Cajun fusion joint.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
That's cool. No, man, we'll have to meet some dudes with money in Houston that'll open a couple of clubs or whatever. I mean, I didn't know that because I was actually I was wondering the other day because I've heard of Secret Group and then
That place is awesome.
Yeah,
that place is fucking awesome.
I think it'd be cool to go down there and hang out and just get a feel for it. What you were on there on a Saturday, right?
Yeah. I just went and checked it out. I watched the Saturday show, the Best of Secret Group. Just took it all in, hung out, talked to a couple comics and shit. I was down there, and like, it was a cool spot. Yeah, that place. Sorry. So there's the Houston Improv, from what I understand. And then there's Secret Group is a badass though. That's a fucking great place. But from what I understand with comics, like that's pretty much it.
Right.
There's that spot, and then the Improv, which doesn't really support a lot of local talent, and then that's it. Otherwise, it's bars and all the other stuff. So from what I understand, which is crazy, right? Because here, dude, like in LA, like Los Angeles proper, right? You got like 6 comedy clubs. You got Improv, Laugh Factory, Comedy Store, Flappers in Burbank, Ha Ha Cafe,
Ice House,
and Ice House in Pasadena. And then you got stuff in Orange County. You got Brea Improv. You got all that shit. And you got some stuff in Ventura County too. But in terms of Los Angeles, there's basically the same amount of comedy clubs in Dallas, Fort Worth that there is in LA. It is fucking crazy when you look at Houston, which is the biggest city in Texas, the most populated,
right? And
you fucking have 2 clubs if you count the Secret Group. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That is crazy. So shows you just like how cool like in proportion to the size of the city it is here, how many clubs there are.
Well, dude, I mean, we've got so many clubs, and then not only that, but like as far as Fort Worth is concerned, man, I've got my eye on like 4 different bars that are willing to put us up and like have us do mics, and I know Jorge Cortez is opening up at Rabbit Hole. I think after Smokestack on Tuesdays. And
dude.
And then
you're like, you better put that shit after motherfucking Nas.
Well, no, he we're all pretty tight.
No, I know that. I've
got in contact with me, and then I'm doing the one at Mass before Mad Hatter. So maybe there's, maybe we can get a few more comics that just more stage time for everybody.
For everybody.
More places to do comedy, more shows. I know that Brian Breckenridge puts on like the Laugh Your Mouse Off shows there.
Yeah, Brian's cool, man.
Yeah, and but I mean they weren't doing any open mics, and the fact of the matter is if they're going to be dark on Mondays, then let's get some support local business. Those are my buddies that own the place, so
hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, more mics, more places to do comedy, more places to do shows. That's what it's about,
Well, fuck, boys, we're over that time, but we got those show dates out, we got the mic dates out, but yeah, keep an eye out, man. What is it at Outlaw? What is it for the Outlaw stuff?
At Outlaw Comedy Productions, and then at Ian Mac Comedy.
Yeah, man, hit us up. outlawcomedyproductions.com is our website. We got some cool merch on there too. And then my Instagram is Laugh Andrew. Thanks for having me, man.
Bro. Hell yeah. So check that out, man. They're going to be putting on stuff. They got some stuff going on now. And there's more. There's regular shows happening on a regular basis. There's going to be even more mics that are coming up if you want to check out some live comedy, see comics work out their jokes and stuff throughout the week in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, area. You know what I'm saying? And work it out. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. I got to have you guys back when I actually have this shit set up. I'm so sorry about this fucking preamp,
no worries, dude. It's always a great time. Bro.
Yeah, we're going to fucking...
Hey, don't get in any fights, okay?
God damn it.
Piece of advice.
Break them up. Wreck them up.
Well, here's... Okay, one last thing. So
one last thing right now.
So one last thing. So I had a whole set about my dad. I had this situation with my dad. And it came out 4 days after I did the Basement Manifesto podcast. And they were like... well, tell us about your dad in the military. Said some stuff like that. I was like, yeah, he's a pretty straightforward dude. No secrets whatsoever. And then 4 days later, like this whole bomb like dropped on my family. And then I went on your podcast and I was like, yeah, man, this is, you got to be a happy-go-lucky host. And then I get in a fucking fight. So I'm just going to say, just try to live your fucking life, dude. Like, I don't know.
Live your best life. live your best life. Yeah, man.
Love you, dude. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming by, guys. As always, guys, thanks so much for listening. Tell a friend about this podcast. Watch it. Listen to it. We're going to be back at you next week. I'm building everything up so I can I want to really have more like 2 guests as much as I can because it's a hang. It's fun. But yeah, man, everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week. Crux, yeah, bitches.
Crux, yeah.
Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah.